Friday, November 7th, 2025, AGNDD intelliReport topic. 3 Chinese astronauts stranded in space. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated article-based video. 3 Chinese astronauts stranded in space after debris hits their return capsule. News by Harry Baker, published 2 days ago. Live Science, www.livescience.com/space/exploration/. 3 Chinese taikonauts, Wang Jie, Chen Zhonggrui, and Chen Dong, will be extending their stay aboard China's Tiangong space station after their return capsule was struck by a presumed piece of orbital debris on Wednesday. 3 Chinese astronauts, or taikonauts, have been temporarily stranded in space after their return capsule was struck by a piece of suspected space junk hours before it was due to depart. Officials are investigating exactly what happened, but so far there is no indication of how much damage the craft sustained or when the crew will return to Earth. The taikonaut trio, Wang Jie, Chen Zhonggrui, and Chen Dong, collectively known as the Shenzhou 20 crew, has been living on China's Tiangong space station since April 24th. They were due to return to Earth on Wednesday, November 5th, following a successful handover period with the Shenzhou 21 crew, who arrived on the station on Halloween, October 31st. However, earlier on Wednesday at around 10:30 a.m. local time, representatives from the China Manned Space Agency CMSA announced that the astronauts' return had been postponed via a statement posted on the Chinese social media site Weibo. The stated reason for the delay was that the crew's return capsule is suspected of being impacted by small space debris, CMSA representatives wrote in the translated statement. The agency added that an impact analysis and risk assessment are underway to ensure the health and safety of all 6 taikonauts currently on board the space station. However, no other details have yet been released. The potentially damaged spacecraft is likely still docked to the Tiangong space station, where it has remained since delivering the Shenzhou 20 crew to the station in April. It is made up of 3 detachable sections: a power and propulsion module, crew living quarters, and a parachute-assisted return module, according to Ars Technica. If any of these sections are deemed unsafe, the spacecraft will likely be ejected and returned to Earth without the astronauts. In this case, CNSA guidelines suggest that the Shenzhou 20 crew will return to Earth on board the Shenzhou 21 return module, which will in turn be replaced by another spacecraft that CMSA keeps on standby, according to Reuters. During the ongoing mission, Shenzhou 20's commander Chen Dong broke the record for the most cumulative days in space by a Chinese astronaut, having now spent more than 400 days orbiting our planet. This record will now be further extended by this delay. The current record for most non-consecutive days spent in space is held by Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko, who has accumulated 1,111 days in space. Dong's situation is reminiscent of that of NASA astronaut Frank Rubio, who inadvertently broke the record for longest spaceflight by an American, 371 days, in September 2023, after his return module was irreparably damaged by a meteoroid impact while docked with the International Space Station ISS. In March, NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams also made headlines when they returned to Earth 9 months after their initial week-long mission began. The pair's extended stay on board the ISS was the result of multiple technical issues with their Boeing Starliner capsule. This is not the first time that China's space station has been impacted by space junk. One of the station's solar panels was struck by debris in 2023, which triggered a partial power outage, according to Ars Technica. As a result, additional shielding has been added to parts of the station's exterior during recent spacewalks. The ISS is also susceptible to space junk and has to be constantly repositioned to dodge large pieces of debris. Parts of the space station, such as the Canadarm2 robotic arm, have sustained damage from smaller debris collisions over the years. The amount of space junk orbiting Earth is rising fast, in tandem with the increasing number of spacecraft around our planet. Some experts are concerned that if this continues, we could reach a point of no return where a chain reaction of collisions will render low Earth orbit unusable. This theoretical scenario is known as the Kessler syndrome. In the meantime, national space agencies and private companies are testing various space debris mitigation strategies. Harry Baker, Senior Staff Writer. Harry is a UK-based senior staff writer at Live Science. He studied marine biology at the University of Exeter before training to become a journalist. He covers a wide range of topics including space exploration, planetary science, space weather, climate change, animal behavior, and paleontology. His recent work on the solar maximum won Best Space Submission at the 2024 Aerospace Media Awards and was shortlisted in the Top Scoop category at the NCTJ Awards for Excellence in 2023. He also writes Live Science's weekly Earth from Space series.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!